Joining me now is the Chinese ambassador to the UK, Lu Xiaoming. Ambassador, I think of China as this fast, modernising country, enriching country, but we've seen this extraordinary military display today, which takes some of us back to the era of Mao. Is this China again sending a sort of a message to the world that, you know, you are fearsome and dangerous?
I think the impression you had is not correct. In fact, the message is loud and clear. That is peace. Peace was hard won, and peace should be cherished and maintained. And China will make its due contributions to maintaining world peace and regional stability. You know, in his 10 minutes of speech, President Xi Jinping used the word peace for 13 times. So that's the message.
So these gunboats that sailed off the coast of Alaska when President Obama was there today, was that just a sort of an accident?
No, I think we are talking about this commemoration first. Then I'll come back to this naval fleet. Mm-hmm. When I say peace was hard won,
yep.
Not many people, especially in the West, realize how much sacrifice China has made for the war against Japanese aggression. Yep. In fact, the war, Second World War, started in China. Started earliest, lasted longest, and China suffered the largest casualties. We paid the price of 35 million casualty people, and that is the most among all the sufferings of the worldwide in Second World War. It's about 1/3 of casualties of the world. And so Chinese people see this 70th anniversary is a big occasion for us to celebrate the victory, to honor the fallen soldiers who, you know, sacrificed for their motherland.
But does peace require defence spending to go up at this extraordinary rate? 12% last year, 10% this year. It's an enormous amount of money you're spending.
You have to remember, China is a large country. China, you know, in terms of territory, is about 40 times of UK. In terms of population, is about 20 times. Yet, per capita military expenditure, China is only 1/22 of United States and 1/9 of Britain. And also in terms of proportion of expenditure with regard to GDP, the growth is decreasing. This year was, in fact, is the lowest for the past 5 years. And you know, China is, I said, is a large country to defend. We have the Chinese military have a lot of commitment.
I think as a share of your of the GDP, it's actually gone up a bit given the rate of growth of the economy. But the you talk about obviously your desire for stability. What do you think when you hear the leading Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump talking about how he thinks the Chinese want Americans to starve?
I don't think it represents majority view in United States. You know, you always have some voice, but I don't.
But if he became president, how serious would that be?
I think it's a very hypothetical question. I do not know how you would answer that, but I certainly would not answer this hypothetical question. But I can assure you that we want to have a good relation with the United States. And you mentioned in your film before this interview,
yep,
that China want to challenge the dominance of the United States and even want to challenge U.S. leadership. That is not our position, not our intention at all. I think China, we have our lot of challenges to deal with in our domestic development, and we have no interest to challenge U.S. dominance, and we believe that U.S. and China should be good partners in Asia-Pacific Ocean.
Now, is this display of military strength a distraction from the slowdown in the Chinese economy, which many economists think is really quite serious?
I think China's economic difficulties has been exaggerated by Western observers. I think we have some difficulty, challenges, that's for sure, but they are the natural outcome.
$5 trillion lost off the Chinese stock market? Is that trivial?
No, I think stock market has its own rule of game. You know, it goes up and down, like in the United States in the stock market. We have to focus on the big picture of China. I think the basic and the fundamentals of China's economy is still good and sound. We achieved a 7% increase for the first half of this year. That 7% increase is about the same size of the total GDP of the 20th largest economy of Switzerland.
I mean, very briefly, your president has said that he wants to modernise the economy and see markets liberalised. A really important part of free markets is that people should be free to say whatever they like about those markets. Now, journalists, a hedge fund manager have been arrested for allegedly scaremongering about the stock market. To us in the West, that is very shocking.
I think Chinese people enjoy, you know, freedom of speech. The cases you have mentioned are those who involve in violation of law. You know, China is a country ruled by law.
But I said much scarier thing about British markets than they said about Chinese markets. Do you think the British government should arrest me?
No, it's not only about the mad comment about the market. It's also about, you know, making the rumors, cause disturbances of the market. And, you know, China and Britain run by different rule of game. And maybe in some of the cases in Britain, it's not a violation of criminal law. But in China, you know, it constitutes a wrong commitment, wrongdoings. So they have to be held accountable for their wrongdoings.
Ambassador, many thanks.